guy who sold me the drugs, it was Mr. Armstrong. We got talking at school and one thing led to another. How do you respond to Greg Potter's allegation?
How do you think?
I think you should answer the question. Do you sell him marijuana?
No, as if I'd be low enough to push drugs on the kids.
Any idea why he'd come up with such a story?
None. Unless someone persuaded him into setting me up.
Or you're thinking a student with a grudge?
I'm thinking Johnny Cooper. This is exactly the kind of sick stunt that he'd get off on. He's got it in for me. I keep telling you people.
Look, I find Greg Potter's story hard to swallow myself, but what on earth would he have to gain from making such a story up?
Maybe Johnny's paying him or bribing him or something. I don't know.
All right, first things first. We need to clear you as a suspect.
Great. How?
With your permission, we'll search your home and your office.
Whatever it takes, go for it.
Greg said Hey, what's going on?
The police have just been through my place for drugs. Now they're going to search my office.
I can't believe they're taking Greg's claim seriously.
Way to go, Mr. Armstrong.
That's enough, thank you.
Thank you, but I'm sure by this time tomorrow they'll have something else to gossip about. This way, guys.
I never heard such rubbish.
Let me guess, you didn't find any drugs in Brad's office?
Not to trace.
Which means I can put this ridiculous matter behind me.
I can't imagine the last few hours have been much fun.
I've had better. So if there's nothing else...
There is one more thing. We need to search your car.
Is that really necessary?
It's a formality. We just need to tick the boxes.
Fine. Let's do it.
Maybe we should go and get a drink after this. Have a feeling you might need one.
I think I'm going to need more than one.
Hang in there. It's nearly over.
Well, the interior's clean. Can you open up the back for me?
Haven't you wasted enough of your time already?
Only take a minute.
Sorry about the mess. I've been meaning to take it to the tip.
It's tidier than my car.
Look, about Johnny. You're going to pull him in over this stunt, right?
Can you tell me how this bag came into your possession?
It's just rubbish.
That's one word for it. Marijuana's another.
I am not a drug dealer.
Then why did we find half a kilo of marijuana in your car?
One guess. Johnny Cooper.
What, you're saying Cooper planted the drugs?
Of course he did. He's setting me up. Instead of wasting your time with me, you should be dragging him in here for questioning.
No, I won't be dragging Johnny Cooper.
Why not?
Because the only thing pointing to him having done it is you. Now tell me this, why would Cooper go to so much trouble to persecute you?
He is saving face in front of his gang. I challenged him, so he has to prove to them that he is still in control. Take a look at the facts. He's trashed my apartment. He stalked me. He broke into the school and wrote that stuff about
you've got no
Emily.
proof he's responsible for any of that. Now sit down.
You know as well as I do that this guy is running a vendetta against me. Look, at least go and talk to the guy. There must be some way that you can get the truth out of him.
Feel like taking a ride?
Thank you.
There you go, boys. Another visit from the pigs. Do you want to get moving?
No, we've got no reason to run. Nothing better than you blokes out for a stroll. Lovely day, isn't it? Maybe not.
Actually, it's you I want to talk to.
Yeah, what's up?
You know anything about the drugs found in Mr. Armstrong's car?
News to me. You boys know anything about Principal Armstrong holding drugs? Why are you asking us?
He says you've been harassing him.
He's the one who's been harassing me.
Why would Mr. Armstrong do that?
I don't know, maybe he doesn't like the way I look. Look, ever since I got into town, that guy's had it in for me. And he's been making threats too.
You got any witnesses to these threats?
Yep, there were plenty of them in the diner yesterday when he fired up at me.
Practically assault.
You don't believe us? Go ask the redhead who runs the joint. And do me a favour. You tell Armstrong to lay off. Look what he did.
Could have got that anywhere.
I got it from Brad Armstrong. You know, the guy comes across all nice as pie. But when he loses his temper, he's out of control.
Did you talk to Johnny?
Were you at the cafe when Brad confronted him?
Yeah, I was. But...
So you witnessed Brad making threats against Cooper?
Okay, I lost my temper, but it was in the heat of the moment.
And was it in the heat of the moment that you assaulted Johnny on the beach?
I did not assault Johnny on the beach.
Not how he tells it.
He threatened Sally, so I stood up to him. But I did not touch him.
He's got some pretty impressive bruises on his arm.
He didn't get them from me. Look, can't you see that he is trying to turn this around so that I look like the bad guy?
Well, making threats and assaulting people doesn't make you the good guy. Look, I want to help you here, but I can't do that unless you're absolutely straight with me.
I'm sorry, I should have told you.
Yeah?
What is it?
It seems like there's something else you should have told me. You've got a police record.
I was a kid.
Well, you think that's an excuse for a drug conviction?
But it's not what you think, all right? I was at a party that got raided and a mate of mine slipped his stash into my pocket. I didn't even know it was there until the police searched me. I know how this looks, but I do not use drugs and I do not sell drugs either. Darren, come on, you said you'd help me.
I think you're beyond anything I can do for you now.
Meaning?
Meaning if I was you, I'd be looking for a very good lawyer. For a very good lawyer.
Not another word, do you understand? You let me handle the police.
Sally's filled you in.
Yes, she has. I can't believe it's been allowed to go on this long. It is preposterous.
Well, I haven't exactly helped my own case. How the hell could I forget that I had a conviction? The cops are never going to believe my story now.
Yeah, well, as I've already told you, let me handle it. And how much longer are you going to waste my client's time?
He's free to go now until the decision has been made about pressing charges.
And what are the chances of that?
That's not for me to say. I'll brief the super and he'll decide.
Oh, and you will tell him that Johnny Cooper has been harassing my client for weeks now?
Allegedly harassing him.
Come on.
Look, I'm sorry, Mr. Armstrong, but the bottom line is this. There have been no witnesses to your claims that the guy's been harassing you,
and
but
liar.
plenty of people have seen you making threats against him. Those are the facts.
Thank you.
It's a flaming joke. It's plain as day that bloke stitched you up.
Well, try telling the cops that. I mean, this is just a game for Johnny, but if I get charged, I'll lose my job, my reputation. I'll never work as a teacher again.
Don't go getting ahead of yourself. There's every chance the police won't even press charges.
Well, you heard McGrath. The evidence is stacked against me.
Where are you going?
Talk to Johnny.
I don't think that's a great idea.
Well, especially when you're this angry. You remember what happened the last time?
Well, I'm not going to stand back and let this guy destroy my life.
Standing back is exactly what you are going to do. You let the police handle Johnny.
More egg and sell her right, mate. You ever go at Johnny now, he'll only use it against you. And the last thing you need right now is another black mark against your name.
Fine, I'll stay away from him.
He's not going to win. We won't let him.
Look, I need to go for a walk, clear my head. I won't be long. But don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
Hey man, you know I can score some gear? Or, like, do you only sell drugs to kids? I never picked you as the drug dealing type. Emily would be turning over in her grave if she knew what you're up to. But maybe she was in on the game all along. You know it's gonna feel good. Do it! Go on.
You're not worth it.
You grabbed him. What were you thinking?
Well, clearly he wasn't. I told you to stay away from Johnny.
He started saying stuff about Emma.
I don't care what he said. You know he's only trying to get you into more trouble.
Which is why I stopped myself from hitting him.
If it was me, I would have decked him for sure.
Well, it wasn't easy.
G'day, mate.
Sorry to interrupt, but I saw Brad's car outside.
And what's the problem now?
Johnny Cooper's made an allegation of harassment against you, and he had witnesses.
Oh, rubbish.
Save it.
Excuse me, what is that?
This is an apprehended violence order. You're not to approach Mr. Cooper in any public place or go within 50 metres of his home.
Oh, so now he's the victim. I don't believe this.
Has any decision been reached about the charges yet?
I've spoken to the super. He's instructed me to charge your client with possession and supply of the banned substance.